experience, so nobody is actually missing out on, ensuring that we really understand how CX can add value and how customer engagement platforms can actually help you. I don't know if they are already helping you. If not, here I am. Please, Reena, she will be joining us, helping me out if I'm, come here, let's walk and talk and
I'm
all
pulled
right.
in last minute.
Yeah,
So
sure.
basically, it's just a touch point to understand.
So basically, I was supposed to go solo. Then I said, why not to have somebody who can help me and get the sort of questions I can answer that can cover more than what I may be thinking to just talk, right? So let's have a conversation, right? Not just I'm just saying people are listening. Maybe you can raise your hand anytime, anything you want to ask here after the conversation. You have my email ID. Ensure they have. I really want to ensure that everybody is actually joining the force to leverage on CX. If you are not, then certainly you are missing out a thing or two for sure. I can tell you that. Yeah, so Reena, let's just start with this.
Sure. So when Banu has asked me...
Maybe you can start with your introduction first.
Sure. Um, so I am coming from Acco. I'm handling customer experience there. And I'm a pretty much newbie into the insurance industry. So going there as a customer and then asking the questions there as to how insurance works, will I get the money what when I take an insurance is how it started. So that's how we as a customers understand, right? Like, okay, if I take an insurance, how valid is it? How will I get paid? Will I get paid? The entire trust factor comes in. So prior to Acco, I've been with Swiggy for about 5 years. I was handling the entire partner engagement over there, both from the experience standpoint and also driving the engagement for partners from their onboarding journey till the time they would want to continue the business with Swiggy. Prior to that, again, I've been working with cross-functional in Alibaba in Southeast Asia. I was heading their regional cataloging, content, and quality for all the 7 countries, basically to standardize their frameworks. And prior to that, again, it's been all e-commerce. Flipkart, I've been with Flipkart for about 5 years since they were as young as 50 people to almost 5 years. So it's been an incredible journey as a consumer and also understanding a consumer's need and build it within the systems. So I think I have the right questions to ask him the moment
right.
he introduced.
This is the right reason. In fact, when I wanted to have somebody with me who can actually, if not all the question, but cover most of the questions, right? So thank you joining me.
Yeah. So when he said that, the company is to provide solutions and engage consumer using the right channels, platform. So when I've been associated with these organizations, one of the top problems that I have been seeing is one entrepreneur platform providing multiple solutions and yet easy to integrate, where there is no much architectural changes to be done. So how is that you're solving differently here with your products?
Right. So long back when we started in very small mall, a kitchen side office, long time back, I think more than 12 years back, we were reseller selling A2P SMS, bulk SMS. That time still people know with that name. Then we added more channel. We started from SMS, but then we added telephony, WhatsApp, RCS, then email, entire stack of the telephony services, moved to better space, got equipped with better people, strength, and this is how we now, kind of can say proudly that we are an end-to-end customer engagement platform designed to solve problems that your customers may be, facing, or in terms of sales support or any any of the touch point of their journey. So that is what we are doing right now. So we have solutions like where you can reach out to people in masses at a scale. You can have them on SMS or two-way or one-way channel if you want to reach. Also, traditionally we have been calling call center number, right? But that things are not changing. Like I said in the previous discussion, gone are the days, right? People want instant right now support system where you can face those queries real time, resolve them in near real time on the channel of the customer choice, right? So this is now something we call customer engagement platform as a service. It is built on top of CPaaS, that is customer communication platform as a service, basically is set of solution of the apps that we have built and the APIs that you can use to integrate into your systems, right? So that is how we are trying to do. And then again, underneath something I also mentioned, how you can in time reach out to your customer proactively, right, and give them the right solution at the right time. You cannot do that unless you have the data. We have been talking about data-driven science, or things that AI or human do, something Shreya mentioned based on the cognitive biases or all that. We were just discussing that they are naturally bound to happen. We are born in some family, some system, and some ecosystem, and you see things, perceive things, and you grow, and then they get wired. I don't know if something is there that can make you unlearn, to make you unbiased, but at least we cannot pass on these things to technology, because we write code and they just do if and else. That's something we call cognitive or whatever, conversational AI. So we can always make better softwares and solutions that can solve real solid problems. Now coming back to this, this has been quite a journey, right? And now we are happy to expand to multiple locations. Team is getting better, capabilities are getting better. So we have added a lot of prestigious customers in past, and I will be happy to help anybody in this room as well.
So how can you explain the entire journey, within the journey of the consumer that any organization goes through? Where does this whole personalization starts? To even kind of initiate so today we have a lot of platforms to send a WhatsApp, SMS, and emails, etc., but those are they relevant? How personalized are they? From where is it starting, and how is it closed looping? I'll just give you an example, maybe it can give you more context to it. So I get into a portal, I try opening, searching something, and now I end up purchasing it already. So the start has initiated, I keep getting notifications, I keep getting SMS, why don't you buy it? I might have purchased it, it's not more relevant.
Right.
So while the communication channels are there, how are these channels limiting to more meaningful conversations using one personalized method, and also how are they close looping the
Definitely, I think this is high time we all as a brand have to understand that this is not going to work out, that you simply send messages people to buy this, that, and all that, right? Unless you really understand that this message really has to go or not, you are actually annoying people, right? It's like I'm walking into a store, I really want to buy a t-shirt, right? And a salesperson is making rounds around me, sir, why don't you try this, that, and he is making me annoy. If I like something, I will definitely go and buy some. Same way here, people saying omni-channel, conversational AI, and so many other keywords and buzzwords are out there in the market. See, so there are three things: people, right? Or your customers. Then you collect the data, you analyze, and you really understand what what this customer is looking for, and how you ensure that they get what they want without actually bothering them a lot, right? So then you analyze all this information, and then you choose which channel, right? So you can always collect the preferences, and this is something the TRAI has making mandatory for you to collect, right? Even the WhatsApp is doing that for so long, and then all the other services, they made you kind of this compulsory that you have to take the opt-in, right, for if you want to reach out to any customers. But anyways, we know how things work in India, so we generally not go things that well, and that is where customers are facing a lot of spam also issues related to the frauds and stuff like that, because they don't know what to trust, what not to, right? And they end up, sometimes they are not that much tech savvy, right? So even people who are aware, sometimes they do mistakes because it's hard to differentiate what is meaningful, what is intended to reach out to me, and what is just pure simple spam, right? So we are just trying to build this new platform, which is pretty much almost there. We are launching, which is backed up by the backend intelligence, right? Where you can actually set up the flows, do certain automation that you're doing on the repeat mode and save bandwidth of your staff and the teams. So these are some of the things. Other than, so there are like in any other business, right? Whether it's insurance or banking or companies like us, you have tons of competition, and you have to ensure that not just sometimes your competition is at par or almost at the same level, but you can still make the difference by providing better quality support, right? Somebody is there listening to you that may be not available on the same price somewhere else. So you feel like you're being heard, right? And you solve quicker and faster the customer problems, apart from technology.
While choosing a customer communication channel or a platform to choose sending the communication, what are the things that the organizations you think has to definitely keep in mind? Because now the outflow which goes to the consumer completely depend on independent tools that we use in-house, maybe a ticketing tool, maybe a calling tool, etc. But the trigger of sending a communication is always centralized through one channel that we, but there is a lot of disconnect happening between these tools that every other departments use to send out this communication. They don't talk to each other. So what is your suggestion on when we bring such tools into the place? What is that we need to focus on or look for?
Very good question, because in all the large enterprise, what happens is there are account department, there is sales department, then there are a bunch of other departments. They may be using different CRMs, right? They are themselves not talking about, for instance, let's say Echo insurance, some policy is getting expired tomorrow, right? Your KYC is not properly done from the place where the outbound information has to go about the that expiration that is happening tomorrow. And customer is not getting that message, right? Because the expiry date is wrong, for instance, right? Because it's not properly mapped to the different system where the onboarding happened, where the actual, these things happen. I was talking to one of the senior lady in Bharti AXA, and she said these things keep happening, and we lose revenues, we lose the customers. So first of all, let's say your system, internal system, your teams and your data is in sync. Silos happen, and maybe it's not easy to upgrade entire whole lot of the softwares and the system that you are using in-house, because that is making you money, right? But the transition can happen. This is something we also did, right? Our technology stack was like so old. Then eventually we moved out to entire whole new technology platform completely built on REST API, but it happened over the period of time. Now, so there are APIs, pretty much you can fit everywhere, right? Within your teams, and then you can use communication APIs related to different various channels. And then you can also use tools like ready-to-use application that we have built. For instance, let's say a customer is talking to you on your WhatsApp, they are calling on your toll-free number, they are calling on or texting you on several different channels. Now, it's not very easy for you to go and check these 100 pages and deploy 10 people team just to see who's sending where. So we build this single inbox kind of tool, where in the left-hand side you will see which channel, what time, and then you can in fact create tickets, and then just click and you will see all the communication happening from a customer in any channel. Right? So it becomes very, very easy. You can transfer that to a different team, transfer that to a different agent. They will see what been talked to a previous customer in the chat history, and you can quickly respond to the queries faster, better on any channel. Right? So this is one way to receive the communication sent.
Is it two-way communication?
Yeah, it is two-way. Right? So we call it single inbox. Everything you can receive on single inbox, and of course you can also send the back. But what about when you want to do a marketing campaign in a scale, right? And you want to say that, okay, I want to use SMS as a preferred channel because it's less expensive than WhatsApp, but if it fails, send the RCS, because it's still better than SMS, because it has all the features that you have in WhatsApp, but it is in your native inbox. You don't need third-party app, but has the same capability. So you can set the flow. Okay, these one master file, these many people, right, or these many channels, and this time, these days, these many times, right? And you say shoot, and it automatically gets to those number of people, and based on your reports, you can again further deploy better marketing strategy based on the response you get. So it minimizes the effort, and you know that you're not just randomly bombarding people, right? Maybe even if it's marketing data, no opt-in data, you just will get to know in first iteration that who are actually interested in your product, right? Same way with features like push notification, bundle the SDKs in your apps, and then you can use even the marketing channel cost by sending the in-app notification. So you just have the customer information, for instance, the cart items that you have added. So I can send you WhatsApp. Maybe you're not interested, you will not look at it, but then maybe I will send the in-app update, and with some offer, let's say, right? There are tools for analytics, for instance, right? The tiny URL. If I'm sending you offer 3 times, you're clicking 3 times. I know you are clicking, but you're not buying, right? Maybe I can just give you 10% discount, and then eventually it may make a deal. So things like that. So we have these solutions like Inbox, Campaigner, Omnichannel Campaigner. Then we have like whole suite of the telephony services. Contact Center is one of them. All the inbound and outbound IVR, all the incoming calls that you receive on toll-free number, you can also dial them back. So solution like this, I'm pretty sure in today's world, this is nothing new I'm talking. Everybody knows this, but it's just that how to use this strategically end to end. I can bet not everybody is doing the best. So a friend of mine running a restaurant, he said, I never knew SMS was so powerful, right? But you cannot just go blindly and just shoot and then expect something magically happening back to you. But then people who really play with the data and they know what tool, how, I mean, this is effort. The relevancy, the personalized and to the point information, and then, I mean, if you might have observed that if you do a Facebook campaign on certain time, let's say weekend, Friday, it may give you better result than doing a campaign on Monday morning, right? So the timing, everybody know you can just upload a file and ask Facebook to send a campaign, but it is not just that. You have to see reports, you have to see what is going wrong, and then come back and understand all the responses, then evaluate your strategies. I mean, this is something we additionally do. We help customer and brands. I was working with, I remember there was a small solution we gave to 99acres.com long time back. They are using our WhatsApp, they are using our telephony, they are using our SMS, and there are many services. So there is something called click to call. So basically they had a team of, let's say, 25 people. Everybody was actually dialing number from their handset, right? And they were buying SIM cards from Vodafone, and you might find this silly coming from company of that size, but sometimes cost of people doing that is lesser than adopting a technology, unless you are sure that this is going to add value. So I like the way they work sometimes. So they will do manually. They will validate, okay, now this is the time I need technology, right? It's not that somebody is using WhatsApp Business Official API, so let's go and buy it. They will create enough data, they will have enough sample size to ensure to the management that they are doing. So there was very simple click to call solution. You click on interface and a call gets transferred to agent and gets passed to the customer. Now, it's been, I think, 4 to 5 years, and this solution is now being discussed in their board meeting, because it has saved average handling time, it has increased the productivity of a lot of customers and their conversation with the agents and things like that.
And it can be integrated with any other CRM?
Yeah. So each time you go to, let's say, 99acres.com, you say, I'm interested in this property. We have API that directly pushes that lead to telephony system. and real-time customer sees, they dial the customer and they say, hey, you just show your interest into this, right? Same thing can happen to any system, right? So you have real-time, how people feel great about that, this thing that, I just made an inquiry and within 5 minutes I got a call back, right? So some of these things, I can give you a lot of other examples, but we have to save time. So this is one example of how you actually put some reasoning and understanding before you deploy any solution, or else you will be feeling disappointed and you will not find it very useful because there is no homework done, right? It's not that if it's that easy, anybody can shoot SMS or WhatsApp or anything, but it has to work end to end. And that is some work. I can also do, let's say, Facebook campaign, or SEO, let's say, but I have a digital agency, for instance, as a business, then I am expecting that they know more than that. And sometimes, like I said, there is the button, if you press, you will turn on the lights, but you have to do that every day on given time, then it becomes a task. So then you need somebody or someone or some system to do that for you, right? So that is how we go about providing the solutions. All right. I will be happy to answer anything if you want, not just now. If you are a business looking for cloud communication solutions, which is already there, or you want to work out something with me, happy to help you out. Where is our Charmin? We did this in less than 20 minutes. Thank you.